Hello, this is Gary at Jack Raven Bushcraft. Thank you for watching our video. This week I want to continue with our kind of springtime theme and looking at various plants and their bushcraft uses. And this week I'm going to talk a little bit about ground ivy. As the name would suggest, ground ivy is typically a low-lying plant. So those of you that may have read foraging books and blogs, that kind of thing, there's often a rule within foraging that says don't collect anything below knee height. And that makes sense. Basically what we're looking at there is potential for things that have been weed on by dogs. However, it does mean that you'll miss out or potentially miss out on some tasty plants that typically don't grow much above knee height. And one of those would be ground ivy. So typically you're going to find it as a kind of a creeping, crawling plant, although we also find it growing around here in hedgerows, and it will kind of make its way upwards a little bit. So I have found them growing up to sort of this sort of 18 inches, 50 centimetres tall or so, in amongst hedgerows, that kind of environment. So if you are worried about them having been weed on by a dog, then yeah, just kind of either pick somewhere different to forage or give them a good rinse. So this is ground ivy down here. So it has the characteristic four-sided stem of the mint family. Another name for this in the past has been ale hoof, and the leaf is kind of vaguely hoof shape. The ale part comes from the fact it was used to flavour and clarify beer in the past. And I do actually wonder whether there's a gap in the market today with all of these kind of craft ales to start reintroducing something like ground ivy beer. So the plant is edible, so you could eat the leaves as they are raw. They have a somewhat downy underside to the leaf, and so for me that it puts me off eating them as is. So typically what I would do with these, or what we tend to do with them, is use them as a dip. So get them finely chopped up, mix it in with a little bit of yogurt to make a raita. Of course, if you're making some kind of a weedy curry, then just this can go in straight as it is. It's also useful for us herbally. So I could put this into an infusion, or make an infusion from this with some hot water, maybe a couple of sprigs of the ground ivy. And apart from being a wonderfully tasting drink, it also has decongestant properties. So if you're feeling a little bit kind of bunged up, and that may well be the case at this time of year if you suffer from hay fever, yeah, a little bit of ground ivy tea is likely to help. Keep an eye out for it. It is common, certainly along the hedgerows and more especially along the woodland rides. So yeah, kind of keep your eyes peeled. If you see some, give it a try. So hopefully that is of use to you. We'll try to get some more content out next week, hopefully looking at some different plants. In the meantime, take care, stay safe.